Welcome to the Dairy Raid. Presented with over 20 years of coaching experience, the Dairy Raid provides commentary and analysis of the schemes, the players, and the coaches who create Wisconsin football's new identity. Now here's your host, Ryan Anderson.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Dairy Raid and the first quarter of Wisconsin versus Penn State. No need for a long intro for this series of videos. Another disappointing loss for the Badgers. A game that seemed right there for the taking, and the Badgers just didn't capitalize. So let's start here, see where the game started, and we'll go from there. All right, so here we go.
But before we do that, here's my floating head to remind you that only 48% of you are actually subscribed to the channel. So do the right thing. You see the buttons below you. Click subscribe, click like, turn on the notification bell, everything that all the good YouTubers out there ask you to do. It helps the channel grow, and you get to keep seeing videos like we're watching right now.
1st and 10, 25-yard line. Our Badgers come out 11 personnel as usual, 3-by-1. Motion to 2-by-2. Okay, and we're RPOing off of this. We're reading 13 linebacker. He doesn't come downhill. Pass is way off target because Braedyn doesn't really set his feet properly. If you look here, talked about this before with angle of attack. His toe pointed here. His hips pointed here. Open up like that, and you don't get over the top, the ball is going to follow your hips, and you're going to take a long looping action, and it's released to the outside, and that's exactly what we get here, where Braedyn opens up and releases sidearm, and it sails on it. So he's stepping through his feet, so his hips are in line with his feet. Feet are in line with the target, and that'll get you a completed pass. And again, is it the right decision to throw this? I believe so, because again, we're reading the linebacker. Does he insert? No, he's sitting back, so it should be an easy pitch catch. We actually have a decent block on the outside as well. Okay, so here we are with 2nd and 10. Seconds in the game. By 2. And we're going to run mesh. And obviously we have a leverage read problem here at the bottom of the screen. And just cannot get off the ball. Vinny Anthony's great job by the corner. But you need to pick what you're doing here. Okay, are we inside releasing? Are we outside releasing? I mean, I see what he sees. Single high coverage. DB over the middle of the field. All right, so Penn State's seen enough film on Vinny Anthony to know that we're not going to give him a free release to the outside. So Vinny's got a couple choices here. Either get off the ball hard to the inside and then try to bust it back to the outside, or take the path of least resistance, get that inside release, carry it, but as we're getting downfield, then we get back to the outside. He has space. If he wants to get an inside release, he can take it. But instead, he decides that we're going to outside release, then we're going to try inside, and then no, now we're capped. When should be running. Capped on press coverage at 10 yards. That is on the receiver. That is not on the quarterback. Not a good start. All right, so now we need to go back. There we go, because the film is a little bit out of order. All right, 3rd and 10. Not the start we want to. Bad throw on the first snap. Really bad route running on the second. All right, so motioning Tretch. Again, that was probably just more eye candy. Penn State showing pressure, but they're going to drop out of it. And of course, it causes somebody to jump. Jack Nelson, who has been greatly improved with his mistakes this season. Yeah, boy. So now we're at 3rd and 15. Hear the excitement in my voice from breaking this film down, huh? All right, so here we go. All right, so we're running double in. The slot fade. Like this route combination. Penn State's playing 4 high. They're playing off the ball. And this is going to allow for a lot of space underneath that post catch. Get some yards. That's exactly what Vinny Anthony does here. All right, so running our slot fade, top, bring our in, bring our in. Penn State's playing over the top. And it's, yeah, so they're playing basically a variation of cover 6 here. So corner here, he's playing off, but he is the flat defender. Playing over the top. We're playing over the top. So this actually opens up quite nicely because the hook to curl defender is going to be worried to get over the top and underneath on the outside route, which will most likely convert into what they're worried about is that either converting to a post, converting to a curl. But nice job. And we pick it up where we need it. All right, so 1st and 10. After an auspicious start, pick up the 1st down. All right, 3-by-1. First run play of the game. Or I should say, first handoff of the game. First play of the game was a run. Oh boy. Overpowered up the middle. This angle looks like Brunner skips to the 2nd level, maybe a little bit too early. That's a real tough block for Jack Nelson. Take a look at the end zone angle. Any better? Nope. All right, so they're running GH lead here. And yeah, Jack Nelson, Joe Brunner doesn't even really get into this double team. And we're doubling down to the backer, and I get it. He should be slipping. But that is a tough angle, especially if the defensive lineman steps inside with his first step, which he does. You can see it's a little subtle thing. This is different than how I teach my D-line. My D-line, I teach them to have their player side foot up and step. Their first step will be at their gap side foot. 91 here got his left foot back. That means he's going to step with his left foot first. And that automatically is going to make it a lot more difficult for Jack Nelson to get in here. If anything, what would have been better is Brunner not touch him at all to let Jack cut him. We can't cut him because there's contact. So that would be a high-low. So instead, I mean, yes, Joe does get to the second level, but all he does is redirect 41, and he still makes the tackle. So that's just a bad job all around by Joe Brunner. All right, so 2nd and 10. By 2, motion by 1. Flip in the back. Split float. Okay, so Penn State showing a tight look, but they're using their base personnel, the base nickel personnel. Where's this will come from? All right, so Renfro does a pretty good job washing his guy out, but he doesn't stick with him. And he almost gets his feet going a little bit too much and gets stuck on his inside shoulder and then falls forward. It allows 99 to slip off. Not a bad recovery from 99. Big body getting washed like that. Still able to recover. Actually, a pretty good job here by 33, the linebacker. And down the line, it'd be Stout and Shed Huber being strong. That almost creates a barrier that 99 can wash off of. 3rd and 9. 41-yard line. 10 personnel. 3 by 1. Checking at the line. And Penn State's showing a mug look. They don't really drop out of it. And again, this is another situation where Braedyn is throwing it too early. Now, he has to, kind of, because he's feeling pressure. But what would be better, and what I mean by throwing too early is, we'll see it when we get to the end zone angle. But when he lets go of this, the ball, he's getting shielded, being screened for his receiver here. Will Pauling is getting screened by the umpire. It's really hard for him to see the football. Okay, so what he could do better in this situation, if this is truly where he wants to go, is step up in the pocket, let him clear the window. Now, the screenshot armchair quarterbacks are thinking, oh, why didn't we throw it to Tretch here? Okay, secondary, I'll say, 1, he's not the read on this play. He would be the number 3 read. So we're going 1, falling, and we're trying to spike the cross. Okay. We are going 2 to Quincy Burrows, 2 to the outside. And then we're going 3. Tretch. Okay. Tretch is not wide open on this play. Tretch is being passed off to the safety. And there's no way that the pocket lasts long enough that he gets to his third option on this play. Not going to happen. So Tretch isn't wide open. It's amazing how wide open a receiver can be when the ball is thrown. You want to say, is he open now? No. Because the safety's sitting right there, ready to hit the spot that we would throw the ball to. So, again, Braedyn needs to get better at getting too excited, throwing the ball too early. Step up in the pocket. Easier said than done, but necessary. All right, which leads us to 4th and 9. I believe this is the punt where Atticus Bertram's pulls it. Penn State has a blitz off on the edge. This is not a design fake. This is just something that rugby punters are aware of. Is this wide edge guy? And they're not really even rugbying this. He's stepping a little bit to his left, but he's not going to be running on this. And just knows I can just step around. And he wants to kick it. And now he sees nothing but open grass. Get the first down. Oh, 1st and 10. Okay, 12 personnel. Trying to catch Penn State. Not ready. We do that. Penn State worrying about a towel on the field. The line not getting set. Nice quick reaction. Get off. Busted to the 2nd level. What I like about setting tempo. Why I like playing fast and not using unnecessary time. Catch teams. So it doesn't hurt that it's blocked well. Because it could also be difficult when you have defenders not lining up where they're supposed to and not reacting how they normally would. That you could get guys off balance and they could end up busting a play like this. But discipline, we block it well, and we pick up a nice gain. Our 1st down. Our 12 personnel still. In a play action. Looks like we're running the sail. Here, bottom of the screen. Sail to the post. And route-wise, not really much that Ashcraft could do. It actually doesn't help that he catches his safety moving downhill on the snap, so he's behind him. But when he turns the corner, now he's in front. Nothing doing there. And that's the shot right there. Play action. We're looking there to the post. Post's not going to be there because the safety's on top. And again, safety's eyes. I mean, we look and think, okay, oh yeah, Vinny Anthony's open. It's only open because the ball's been thrown. Safety's sitting deep over the middle of the field. That's taking the post away. So we would be looking 1 to 2 here. And now that the ball's in the air, now the safety's drifting over the top. Of course, now it looks like the post is open. But if we look when it needs to be open, it's not open. Safety sitting right in the middle of the post. 2nd and 10. All right, 2 by 2. 11 personnel. Curls. the flat, delay, bubble, and curl. First curl, sitting between two defenders. We don't like that. Second curl, our corner's playing under. Not really space to throw it, so the option is to hit the check down. And when you have a back like Toby Walker, I've been saying for 2 years, at least we're getting a yard on a play that would be an incomplete. Because if he was just in pass protection here, there would be no option. So, I'll take a yard over nothing. 3rd and 9. Here by 1. All right, so we're running the curl in. And pass protection leaving a little bit to be desired. But this is a pretty good job by Braedyn moving in the pocket now. Again, why? Pocket movement allows a little bit more time for him to find this whip route and get rid of it. And I know he's doing it out of just getting rid of the football. This is actually not a terrible place to put the ball, because at least either CJ's going to catch it or it's going to hit the ground. We're shielding it away from the defender, unfortunately. So that leads to big field goal attempt. And nice to see Vakos be able to hit this one. That'd be a nice little comp. Good job. All right. But next series, defense holds. Still 3-0. 12 personnel, 2x2. Dense look. G lead. Do a better job on the double down this time. So we're doubling out. And this is how that first one should have happened. Talk about with runner slipping and just getting off. Him being stout, allowing Nelson to get in there, and then Nelson finishes the block, and then he's able to get the second level. That is much better. And a good job by Nowakowski as well to block down and then be able to curl back and pick up 41. Pretty well blocked. 6. Same formation, personnel. Split flow. We're able to wash everybody down and cut back behind it. All right, and they have a safety screaming from 12 yards deep. Who ends up making this tackle. Nobody is accounting for this third level defender and blocking scheme. Okay. 13 also ends up getting in on this tackle. Let's see how he gets unblocked. Like, yeah, Renfro waits a little bit too long. And this is tough because 13 is just standing still. And he may be worried. Like, right here is where this play should be opening up. This is where we're hitting. He also needs to stick here because of the angle that 99 is taking to split this double team. So he can't just go ahead and climb. He will climb if the ball hits here, because the linebacker will step down and Renfro will pick him up. But we just basically run straight downhill. And not saying he did anything wrong, but that's why 13's unblocked. And we already talked about number 6. But falls forward, and we get into a nice 3rd and 2 situation. Manageable situation. Right, motioning into, again, basically the same formation. Going to run G lead. Not the cleanest G lead. Look at the box. All right, so we got a double team between Malman and the tight end, Nowakowski. And Nowakowski needs to get a little, he needs to squeeze his hips a little bit more to Ballman. Be able to take over 99. 99 is just sitting in the gap, but we don't take him over. He ends up being able to get off and make a tackle. But we get the first down. Opening up a little bit with 3-by-1. Okay, got a little check. But that's just checking our RPO action post snap. An arrow slot fade at the bottom of the screen. And we're not doing a very good job on these down blocks. And Penn State's controlling box with less defenders. So they fit this pretty good. So in a situation like this defender, so people are going to be called, why didn't he keep it? Well, the simple reason is he's not the keep read. He is. But because we have 2 controlling this outside gap, it's automatic give. We look how wide number 1 comes on this play. It's a give. The problem is he's just too fast. Tracks it down from behind. The blocks on the front side are really not that bad. In fact, they're a lot better than I thought they were when we looked at the wide angle. It's just too fast. So this is not a Braedyn Locke. If he would have kept it, he would have got smacked in the mouth by number 1. He would have kept it right there, and he just would have stepped straight forward. Ran right into him and get knocked out. That number 1 makes a great individual effort. Oh, 2nd and 9. Mentioned on that last play, Varian Dupree checking into the game for the first time. Play looks like. All right, play action. Play action, not RPO. You can always tell by the backfield action of the quarterback. Okay, so Longo has a set of drops, and he also has a set of backfield actions. And this is what he calls poke. So poke. Poke. Not sticking it in the belly. Back isn't even completing the backfield action. It's just showing the ball down to the defense. And flat out drop. Okay. Get our fade, we get our wheel, we get our crosser. We get our receiver at the top of the string just getting driven out of bounds. This is a big gain. We drop it. And I wonder what's up with Will Paulin. Because he's had a lot of these this year where he just flat out drops the ball. And we know he's dependable. Saw it last year, but why all of a sudden? Don't know. All right, 3rd and 9. 10 personnel. Nice job moving in the pocket. I think we're going to get a holding penalty here. They're going to get Jack Nelson for a chop block here because he got beat inside. But let's look at the positives before we get knocked back 15 yards. Cars wearing flat and a wheel. Flat to the wheel. It's probably the scramble rule. Nice job finding the soft spot. Good catch by Tretch. But to nothing. So we get 3rd and 19. All right, 10 personnel. Motion to the orbit motion. And we go through the progression. Outside. Top of the drop. Outside route is covered. We're running here and we're sitting over the top. So outside route's covered. We're going to our number 2 option, which is the crosser. Crosser's there. And this is the same type of route that we picked up decent yards and also got the first down on the first drive. And this time Penn State's in much better position to control it. Nice chunky yards, but 4th down. And Penn State is essentially dropping. They're not rushing these 2 linebackers. So they're looking for check down. So they're essentially dropping 8 in the coverage. Put ourselves in. So we got what we could, but not enough. Take a look at the pass protection real quick. We haven't done that much this game. All right, when they're not rushing much, it makes pass protection pretty easy. All right, so 4th and 11. That leads to a punt. We're just punting straight down the middle this time. Great punt by Bertrams. Coverage leaves a little bit to be desired. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. So, frustrating. I'm going to say this. You can tell Penn State's the better team. I mean, no doubt. They have more speed. They have more strength on the defense compared to the Badgers' offense. And that being said, still winning. Their defense is playing really good. So, we'll be back tomorrow with the second quarter. Thank you for watching. See you then.